Have you ever beat yourself up over something you said or did? Or maybe something didn't turn out the way you wanted and you could not stop blaming yourself. That's because we all have that negative voice in our head that reprimands us when things don't go our way. And what we can call that is our inner critic. The problem is, oftentimes we don't stop to question this inner critic. We just assume it's a regular part of our thought process. So today I'm going to talk to you about a strategy that's going to help you become more aware of your inner critic and hopefully move to interrupting it and shutting it up. And we're going to kick it to the ABCs. So the ABC is a very simple model that breaks down when something happens all the way to how you react to it in really basic steps. First, A stands for adversity. This means the adverse event, that thing that didn't go your way or you weren't expecting. What happened that set your inner critic into overdrive? Once you start getting critical about yourself after this event happens, you need to look at B, which is your beliefs. What beliefs or attitudes do you hold about what happened and your role in it? Did something happen and you say, it's all my fault because I'm a bad person at X, Y, and Z? That's an example of a belief that arose from that adverse event. Stemming from your beliefs, it then becomes C, the consequences. What do you do as a result of those beliefs? What is your next action or decision or choice that you make because of this belief that you've created? So A, adversity, B, beliefs, C, consequences. It's important to note that our emotions and biases play a huge role. Not only do our emotions drive our behaviors, but biases make us focus on the negative, focus on limiting beliefs rather than positive ones. It's just how our brain's wired, which is why we need to work extra hard to become self-aware of this process. So when you start using the ABC model, what you're going to realize, first, you're going to begin to understand what your inner critic is saying. You'll recognize it as a critical voice outside of the voice that you actually want in your head. Second, you're going to see where that inner critic is creating beliefs that are not serving you. What beliefs do you have that are actually untrue, but you've just defaulted to them for so long that you think they are? Next, you'll see where those beliefs turn into patterns. What are you doing as a result of those beliefs? If you're not confident in yourself, how is that manifesting in your actions and behaviors? Once you see that link through from the adverse event to your beliefs to the consequential behaviors, you can start to interrupt that pattern. You can replace your beliefs with better ones. You can learn to say, hey, this is my inner critic talking, and I don't want to listen to you right now. And ultimately, after you go through this again and again, you're going to start creating better patterns, and your consequences are going to be more in your benefit rather than tied to these critical, outdated, untrue belief patterns that your inner critic probably started in the first place. How do you start doing your ABCs? Simple. Practice. Just do it on a regular, everyday basis. I highly encourage you to get out a pen and write down. If something happens that leaves you feeling emotional, what was the adverse event? What beliefs did you think? And what was the consequence? Keep in mind, it doesn't have to be this big event for you to do the ABC. In fact, that's not going to be the best first time for you. Do your ABCs on everyday events and try doing it on some positive ones too. It's all about building that self-awareness, realizing where your inner critic is driving your beliefs or where your own beliefs and values are driving your actions. Once you get to that second one, you're going to start finding success in what you want and you care about, and you're going to get a lot more fulfillment and success. As always, your journal is your friend and your guide, and is going to make the ABC process so much smoother. So might as well get to it. Start writing your ABCs.